They say the wind in Obudu doesn't just blow, it whispers. Some say it carries voices of those who once lived, others believe it carries warnings for those still breathing. But that night, the wind brought something else. She came when the moon was half dead, walking barefoot on red dust that didn't hold her prints. The dogs barked once, then went silent. Even the crickets stopped singing. Her name. Mo. No one knew where she came from. She spoke softly, smiled rarely, and looked at people like she already knew their sins. At first, the villagers welcomed her. She helped at the stream, sold herbs at the market, laughed with the women who whispered behind her back. But Obudu is a place where gossip travels faster than light. And soon, they started to notice things. The men, strong, proud men, suddenly grew quiet whenever she passed. They'd forget their wives, their work, even their hunger. The young ones started competing for her smile, the old ones started dreaming about her face. But the strangest thing was this: every man who tried to win her heart fell ill within days. Fevers. Nightmares. Screams in the dark. And when they woke, they always muttered one name, one none of them could remember the next morning. The chief sent for the priestess, Mama Ik, the oldest woman in Obudu. Her eyes were pale from time, her voice like dry leaves. She said nothing when she first saw Mo. She just stared long and hard, until the fire between them burnt its flames away. Then she whispered, "This is not a woman. This is a wind that took form. And if we don't stop her, the earth will forget its own breath." But who would dare touch her? Who would go against something that looked so human, yet felt like smoke? One evening, the hunter Okoro followed Nmo as she walked toward the forest. He said he only wanted to know where she lived. But when he reached the edge of the trees, the wind grew heavy. He saw her standing there, facing the darkness, talking to someone no one else could see. The air shimmered around her like heat from a fire. Then, silence. Okoro never came back. Only his spear was found, bent in half. After that night, people stopped saying her name out loud. They'd only say, "The wind's daughter," when the night got too quiet. But she still walked the village, smiling, calm, as if she owned every heartbeat around her. Children stopped being born. The yams refused to grow. The goats gave birth to still young. The land itself seemed afraid. And one morning, the chief himself fell sick. His eyes turned gray. His lips cracked. He called out to the priestess and begged for mercy. Mama Ik gathered the people in the square and lit 7 fires. She said, "We will not beg a storm to leave. We will call on the wind to take what belongs to it." That night, they chanted old songs, songs no one had sung in 100 years. The drums beat slow, the fire roared, and the wind, it rose. It came from nowhere, twisting through the huts, tearing leaves from trees, and then it stopped before her. Nmo stood in the middle of the storm, her hair wild, her eyes burning with something not human. She said nothing. She didn't move. The people watched as her shadow lifted off the ground, and her body turned to dust, carried away piece by piece. By dawn, she was gone. No ashes. No sound. Just silence. But when the wind blows through Obudu now, The old ones say you can still hear her laugh, soft, sweet, dangerous. And if you ever visit Obudu, and the night grows too still, listen carefully. If the wind calls your name, don't answer.